Get you in there. You got
Hello,
your hat on.
New Mevo. Yeah, I've got a hat on. I've got my special T-shirt on.
Joan's here. Scott
I have
can
my
see me.
Talisman.
Clinton is here. Sharon's here. Julie's here.
And away
oh
we
my
go.
gosh! It's.
You got a big black thing in one of these
I had
teeth.
a big black thing in one of my teeth. Thank you.
Yeah, that's what you need me here for. Yeah, he's got a
So
nice.
good to be married.
Yeah, it's so good to be married and have a helpful lady.
So what have I done
Spousey
today?
poo.
Thank you for asking. What have I done today? Thank you for asking. Let me tell you what I've done today. I got up early. I went and dropped the car off to get fixed from the rear ender I was in with Fanula. Someone rear-ended us.
She didn't rear-end you.
We were fine. And then I picked up the rental car. And then I had
What
coffee.
kind of rental car do we get?
It's in the driveway.
I
It's a
know.
black Toyota. Super excited.
He's a bit more excited about it than I am. Black Toyota.
Then I came home, watched you and Fanula get her online for school. That was a great show, a great show.
Yeah, we really put on a great mum and daughter show this morning.
Oh, I stopped at the grocery store to
my
get a
God.
can of canned salmon and some pasta, some raviolis with mushroom inside. I'm going to have a delicious canned salmon mushroom ravioli feast for my pre-colonoscopy dinner. I'm going to eat it and then boom, right out the back side before breakfast. So I went to the grocery store. Then I went to get tested for COVID, pre-colonoscopy. So I've been nose raped with that swab thing. And that's not all. I did a conference call thing for a gig that I've got coming up in October. So it's...
And you've tried to rescue a bird that's trapped in our living room that won't be rescued because it just keeps on going at the window. Doesn't get it. That's a window.
That's our next to-do list. Did you try and scrape her down off the thing? She's stuck up at a top window trying to get out. That window doesn't open.
No, I've not done any bird scraping yet.
Well, once we
I sort of
get
feel,
her-
I feel a bit bad about the bird scraping. Yeah, you are getting all the deets of Jay. I'm not going to tell you all the deets of my day so
colonoscopy prep begins tonight. Right at bedtime. You drink a butt
Might have
rocket.
to send you up to the front house so you can
And then
do
you go
that
to
on
bed.
your own. I won't be mean, but yeah.
So Sue says she's ordered four of those T-shirts for different people. Jen got that for Belinda, actually.
No, Jen didn't.
Wasn't it? I thought Jen got that.
No, Jen got me the bracelet, my talisman.
Oh,
that I wear.
who got you this one?
So-
was it
So was
Julie?
it?
Oh.
No, it was either Rich. Either Rich got it for me, or so sorry
Yeah.
whoever got it for me that I
Well,
can't
they'll
remember. But I
mention
know
it
it was
now.
one of the men, and you have to tell me again because I know I thanked you profusely on the day, and then I'm sorry, I'm slightly.
Julie's asking about
think
the
it
group.
was-
If you want to be in the
No,
group,
it was the
there's a
other
way
guy.
that you request, and then I let you in. I think is how
Yeah.
it works. At least that's
Oh,
how
really?
it worked for
Everybody's
those.
going to be. I thought this was my. Oh, yes, I
That's-
interrupted you.
That's how I was trying to explain how to get in the group,
Yeah.
which you'll never join because you're not even on Facebook. But the other people had requested to get in the group, and then I just let them in, and then they're in, and it's a private group, so that way you guys can
Yes.
say whatever you want.
Yeah, it was Todd. I knew it was. Yeah, Todd gave me the T-shirt.
Yeah.
Yes, Todd. Thank you. I love it, as you know. And the thing that's really great is that I mean, Northern California obviously is a horror show, but it's cool here today because we've been having super hot weather. It's been up in the 80s, but today it's cool enough to wear a T-shirt,
Overcast.
jeans, and a hat. Yeah,
I
it's
wouldn't go that
overcast.
far. I'm a bit warm.
Oh,
Kimball,
well, I've even put
my friend Kimball is here. Kimball, I need to call you. I know that was me. I dropped that ball, and it's regarding. That's Kimball who's going to help me get sorted out so I can sell T-shirts for everybody who is here who wants them. Well, not just me. It's going to be anyway. It's a collaborative thing. Ramon, the secret knock to get into the group is that you figure out how to ask to join the group, and then I let you in. That's all. If you go to the group and say, I want to join this group, then I'll let you in. That's all. There's no secret knock. I can't figure out how to invite people, but if I could, then I would invite you.
You can't figure out how to invite them?
Well, it says invite people, so I click on it, and then it says you can only invite people who have engaged with your page in the last 24 hours. And I go, there's a crap ton of people engaging with my page.
They are engaged.
What do you call what we're doing right now?
Yeah, but this is
I'm gonna
mutual engagement.
I'm going to engage with your page.
Oh, you're funny.
Yeah.
You're funny today. You're going to engage
Yeah.
with my page.
Yeah, you better believe
Oh
it.
my goodness. I just thought you were going to say something like engage with me. But no, of course, it rhymes and it's what we're talking about at page. And it's got there's an innuendo in there, a double entendre. Right.
Yeah, Rich is saying it's not a secret, it's just private. Yeah, it's just private. We don't need interlopers from QAnon joining the group, or please
Jake barely knows what QAnon
I
is.
barely do, but
QAnon think that Trump was elected to stop the takeover by the
Whose side are
Satanist
you on?
pedophiles.
don't even talk about QAnon. I'm just saying, you can join the group if you're into QAnon, but please, no QAnon business inside the group.
Yeah, we're
The group name is the Jake and Belinda's Daily Briefing group. There's 2 groups in the name, and it's on my Facebook page, the Jake Johansson.
group. If you needed some help.
Pants are not required in the group room. Keys, you'll
Well,
be
not
happy
for
to
you,
know.
Keys. I mean, come on. If you had pants on, we would all lose our minds. Everyone would fall over backwards. They wouldn't know what to do with themselves. We'd be like, what?
Yeah.
What? The
Completely.
world. Something's happened to the world. It doesn't feel right. I'm like, Keys has got his pants on. That's untoward.
Would you like a bit of good news?
Is it personal?
The good news is,
Yeah.
unlike the Democratic convention, which was last week and was live on the internet and broadcast in California between 6 and 8:15ish, the Republican convention has already been happening today. So
I
the
thought
good
they
news
just were
is,
partying in the 4 locations. They're all allowed to go party without masks, without social distancing. They're doing some high-tech golf thing. They've got a museum they're running around. But you mean they're actually conventioning right now?
this is the good news.
Oh, yeah, okay, tell me.
You don't have to watch Mike Pence and Donald Trump speak today. It's already happened. And I watched both of their speeches.
Oh, and how were they?
Well, if you like Mike Pence and Donald Trump, they were fantastic. But if you're not crazy about them, I don't think you're going to like them. But I can
Was there
tell
a lot
you,
of rebutting? Because I hear there's going to be a lot of rebutting from the Democratic convention. That's why Trump wants to talk every night, so that he can do some...
yeah, well, he gave a speech today. They're really heavy on the law and order. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I bet he made out that what happened in Portland on Saturday was way worse than it was. The war between the Blue Brigade and the Black Lives Matter.
Ah, the pink ladies in the Blue Brigade. They had the Black Lives and the...
They were shooting paintballs at each other, but it was one block. It's one block in Portland, but what they were worried about was that the media would then make a big stink out of it, like it was really, this lawless thing that was going on. I'm not saying, I don't know, man. The news is very intense right now.
Kimball says he's speaking again tonight at 10 p.m. If that's the case, Kimball, this guy is a robot. He's doing 2 shows. And his first speech, the guy talked for close to an hour.
Trump talked for close to an
close
hour?
to an hour.
And you listened to the whole thing?
Well, it's on YouTube. So while I was driving to get my COVID test, I could have it on the phone and listen to it driving over there. Yeah, listen to the whole thing.
Wow.
Maybe 50 minutes.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Joan is watching Lucifer. I have that in my queue, but I haven't checked Lucifer out. But I'm curious about that. And then you're not being a pun or a nasty thing. Lucifer, that's an actually show. It's an actually show that's on Netflix. Rich is saying the RNC has to be early because it's all old white men who eat dinner at R early. Yeah, well, look, I fall into the category of guys who would like to have their convention over by 1 in the afternoon. So they're speaking my language as far as timing goes. Fair amount of conspiracy, also the robots. But
this is about the sexual deviant Jerry Falwell Jr., who just had to resign from Liberty University. So admitting he and his wife screwed the pool boy. It's always the pool boy. He got caught in a photograph with a glass of
Pool boy?
Not pool boy. We've got some nice wine that gets drunk around here.
Belinda bought some wine, so you send the person who doesn't drink to the grocery store to buy some alcoholic beverages for the people who come over. So she bought this wine called Pool Boy, which right away is like, if you're You don't even have to be a wine snob to go like pool boy.
I know, but I
don't
bought
know.
it because it was funny and it was French and it had
It
a
was
picture of
funny.
a really hunky pool boy
And what's-
from the behind, and it was an illustration. It was like a New Yorker article. It was very cool looking.
It was a cool
But what
bottle.
I didn't realize, and I'll let it, you tell my story. You go.
Well, technically, I was telling the story.
Yeah.
So it was.
Back to you, Lord Jerry. Take
you,
it
Lady
away.
Jerry.
Take it away.
I'd like to thank Lady Jerry for yielding her time. So the pool boy comes in a plastic bottle, so you can drink it by the pool and drop it when you're drunk, and not have to drain the whole pool to get the glass out.
Yeah, or cut
So-
your foot.
So it's in this plastic bottle. We're all up on the deck, and so I go get to the pool boy because Belinda got 2 bottles of wine, and so we drank the first one. I didn't have any of the first one, but then I did have some pool boy just because it was so funny. I brought it up to the deck, and I, as a gag, just dropped it 4 feet onto the deck, and people freak out. But then it bounces because it's in plastic, and it did fizz up a bit. The pool boy.
Yeah, well, that's another wine faux pas, like getting the wine all fizzy. But the funny thing is, you guys know that I'm a rabid, environmentalist. So I didn't realize it was plastic when I bought it, and then when I got it home, when I took it out of the fridge to serve it, I went, "Oh no! Oh fuck! F-bomb! I should actually just point to my T-shirt. I just go, oh." I bought wine in a plastic bottle, which is, and I would have returned it, but everyone was so excited that it was called Pool Boy and it was in a plastic bottle, and Jake couldn't wait to do his party trick. And
We still have a half a bottle left. We're
he
gonna
was
have to
going to
dump
make
it
some
because it's a
Pool
couple
Boy
of weeks ago.
popsicles last
But
night because it's been so hot, so
Oh,
that'd
yeah.
be really nice. A nice Pool Boy popsicle,
I'll bring
in
the-
your underpants, keys to
I'll
keep
bring
you
the
cool.
pool boy in tomorrow so you can see the bottle. Dawn has finished replay, and I would love it if you emailed me your thoughts, Dawn, and I can then talk about those on the show. So the
the
Ken
book.
Grimwood book replay, you can email me those at jake@jakethis.com. jake@jakethis.com. Thank you, Dawn.
Joan's going to be
look forward
reading
to
in the
that.
next few days. I think I'm staying in the right order.
Yeah.
Oh, Rachel read Dana's story, the one about the elephant and the animals. Well, really, you had the eagle. I love Dana. Is Dana here? I hope so, because I really loved.
He's not here all the time because he's got a job.
Oh, Dana, quit that job so you can hang
If
out
he
with
was
us.
here, I'm sure he
That's
would be.
nonsense.
He'll chime in, but otherwise.
But anyway, if you are watching it later, the fact that you had to hold the bird up by the sort of upper part of its, its thighs, I suppose, and then hold it above your head, the vision of that with you, and thank you for including the photograph of you in your nice little leather skirt, because that was nicely done all the way around. But then the detail about how the talons of an eagle are so sharp, they would go all the way through the meat of your arm to the bone. That was visceral for me when I read that. I felt that, the talons going all the way to the bones of my arms through my flesh. That was intense. Anyway, it was just sent that half bottle of Pool Boy. Well, the thing that was funny about Falwell is in the photograph where he's got his fly undone and he's holding on to his assistant, not his wife, and he's got the bottle. He tried to make out that it was, he called it black water. It's like, yeah, I think you're black water. You turned your wine into black water.
You're my assistant and my wife, and I'm your assistant and your husband. Isn't that great?
I like to think of you as my wife, Lord Jerry.
Oh, all right, Lady Jerry. I can't believe that I just answered a comment while you were talking. This is a new level of production on this show where I'm able to type while you're talking. Oh my God, I can't believe it.
Oh, you mean the right. I see the keyboard up there. Did you do some multitasking? Successful multitasking?
I just did, yeah.
Because you know that they say that we're not successful. We think we're really successful multitaskers, but we're not. I had a psychology teacher who just went on and on and on about, and I know, because I know when I'm on a Zoom call and I think I'm paying attention, but I actually want to be reading Dana's story or something else.
It's sequential. You're just doing things.
Yeah.
And
And so I do, I think I was on a Zoom call the other day and I had to ask a really stupid question because they had just said what the answer was or explained it, and then I think I might have prefaced it with, I think this is a silly question and you might have already explained it, but blah, blah. Anyway, okay, so shall I tell them what I did today?
Yes. Why don't you tell me what you did?
Well, I got up early. I set my alarm and I got up early so I could be the first parent waiting in the Zoom waiting room for Ms. Pulido, the counsellor at M House at Samo High, to call me in and to rectify the things that were wrong with our daughter's school schedule. And of course, Zoom Well, Zoom just crashed. There were so many people. You know, there are obviously hundreds of students at the school, 3,000
Thousands.
students, 3,000
Thousands.
students. And there was, you know, so after, you know, I've been trying to get in for 45 minutes, then they email all the parents. So we don't get, for some reason, our email doesn't get all the email from Samo. In fact, I've even been telling them today, like, email my other email, and I'm still not getting email. We don't get all the emails from this high school. But they emailed us all. I found it in my junk folder. You know, Zoom isn't working. No shit, Zoom isn't working. Yeah, I got that one. Anyway, we find... And then the other thing was Miss Polito, bless her cotton socks. She's so lovely. But she'd also sent out the wrong link. So then she's hurriedly, you know, 50 minutes into her hour and a half of, you know, availability time, sends out an email and... in fact, I'm probably supposed to be Zooming with her right now to rectify why Fanula couldn't get into band, but no one seemed to be able to troubleshoot with that. Anyway, I've just been in technological sort of hell with first day at a new high school and everything going wrong. And then Fanula's first class was yoga, which she hated because the teacher just sort of was asking them questions about themselves. And of course, one of the kids said, well, this is just a placeholder for me. I really want to get into blah, blah. And the teacher had to come back and say, look, yoga is, you know, my life. And it's not just physical, you know, it's mental,
Could you
it's
try
spiritual.
and say that like a person who yoga is their life, though?
Oh, you mean get all like, you know, woo?
I think when you say yoga's my life, you go,
yoga's my
yoga's
life.
my life.
It's my life.
You don't
No,
go,
no.
yoga's my life.
Lord Jerry, yoga is my life. After you.
Super
First there's
believable.
you. You don't believe me. No, because it's hard for me to be sincere.
No, I did believe
Yoga.
it.
Oh,
No,
you
no,
did?
No, it was very good.
Oh.
My God.
Oh, was that an Academy Award?
My acting
I
must not have
thought
been so
the
good.
only Academy Award. Sorry, I feel like I've got
I was
something
going
up.
for sincerity right then.
Oh, well, I was. Well, what did me? Did you get my woo woo? Did you get my woo woo sincerity?
Yes, I got you.
But I thought I was gonna. I'm being nominated for the A-hole of the Year award again this year. I mean, that's the one I get. You say
You're one
every
of the
year.
few people. You're one of the few people who can win A-hole of the year and honorable mention in sincerity. I mean,
I'd like more than an honourable mention in sincerity. I'd actually like to win the fucker.
well, that was sincere.
Yes, it was. Here's to you, Todd, and this. Jen, I don't have it on. Sue, I didn't have time to get the mug because I was making a terrible mess on the floor with my shoes and I didn't want to upset the bird too much because the bird is exhausted. It's at that window and it has tuckered out. It's quite tired, poor little sausage.
So somebody's asking if
go.
they missed the password on the T-shirts. No, the T-shirts are gonna. Don't worry about that. The T-shirts are still not live, but my friend Kimball's gonna help me with that. All right. So Lee Chambers, Jake, you want to have your favorite comedian as a guest on Filmmakers GPS podcast? Well, I don't know if I know how to message people on here, but do you? I'm assuming I'm your favorite comedian, or do you want me to get in touch with that guy for you?
Yes, does Facebook peer pressure work? Yes, this is who
Yeah,
it is.
it totally works. Email me, jake@jakethis.com, and let's get it on, because Facebook Messenger, I could, but I'm not going to.
Yes,
all right.
Michael, you mean a first day of
Yeah.
high school in person?
Yes, this shirt is the Jiu-Jitsu Institute. It's in Wilmington, North Carolina, where my parents are currently residing, and I got this when I went there to train. I highly recommend the Jiu-Jitsu Institute in Wilmington, North Carolina. A very positive vibe, nice people.
I can't concur, but I will.
Why can't you?
Because I have not been to the institute, so then I'd be doing.
You can't
I'd be lying.
disconcur.
I know I can't disconcur, but if I'm concurring, sort of not. I wouldn't say illegitimately, but it's not appropriate because I didn't go there. So you don't want to be, pretending that you know something's good when you don't know if it's good or not.
Well,
Or you could.
you're not the type of person who just agrees with their spouse because they said something.
No, I'm not. I'm the person who usually does the exact opposite, right? I'm known
Yeah.
for it. Okay,
I don't know what I'm talking
what about
about, and I
cheers?
don't know what
What
you're
about
talking
cheers, Lord
about, but
Jerry?
I
Cheers.
disagree with it.
Yeah, and not even on principle. It's just reaction. It's just
That's a good thing to do. You don't accidentally wind up roped into things that you don't want to do if you just disagree with everything.
So Ed likes tall size T-shirts.
Well, Ed, I've not heard of a tall T-shirt, but I do know what you mean. But I've bought a lot of T-shirts to sell to people after shows, but I've never heard of tall. You either have to get a bigger size, which makes then you get the girth and the length, or you're going to have to learn some seamstressing skills. I would say you could do a hippie effect by just sewing a few bandanas around the bottom of the T-shirt to make a little skirt. How's that sound?
Oh my God, that sounds terrible.
Well,
Sorry, that sounds like some
No,
sort of
I'm
weird
sorry.
thing you'd want to wear if you don't want to wear underpants, but you want to keep any sort of flying insects from getting on your bits.
so when I was a
Right?
kid, my mom is very good with the sewing machine, and so
Very good.
When I was a kid in
Very good.
the 7th, 8th grade, it was also the 70s, right? So this was a kind of a hippie thing that you could do. So 7th, 8th grade, you're 13, 14 years old, whatever. And so I was growing very quickly. So my jeans would be too short, but then you could buy like a fringe border. So she would get this Aztec 2-inch fringe, and she just sew it around the bottom of my jeans. So I'd have the jeans go down to the bottom, and then there'd be 2 inches of this Aztec kind of.
And then would you have
fringe.
cowboy boots on or some sort of nice Aztec-y sandals to go with it to really sort of, bring the whole 70s effect down to, perfection?
Well, a lot of that's in your heart. I can tell you.
Well, most of it is
But-
your attitude. I mean, you
Yeah.
read that right out of Seize the Day the other day. Was it Marcus Aurelius? It was all about your attitude. It was somebody who told us if you have the right attitude, everything else, pales in comparison. We've got to have more of the right attitude tomorrow when we go in. I did tell Finn on Friday, look, we're going to have to, on Saturday, we're going to have a sense of humour on Monday because this first day of remote high school is going to be a bit of, it was being cocked up left, right and centre, but anyway, what?
I'm trying to focus on the convention.
Oh, right. You've got bigger things to fry than,
I
yes.
just can't believe Trump's going to make another speech tonight. Kimball, I can't wait to see it.
There's another one. He's going to do
That's
two
what,
in
that's
one
what
day.
Kimball says.
God, what a hog.
Keys is saying it may surprise some, but he's the vice president of their homeowners association.
Why would that surprise us?
Well, who runs for that?
yeah.
That's
And
what
now that it's
surprises me.
remote and you
I
can
can't-
do it without your pants on, you're really happy.
I can't believe you fell for that one, Keys. You ran for the homeowners association. Scott says our old band shirt didn't sell for beans till your favorite server took one home and went at it with a razor, sold out the next show. Yeah, you can do some amazing modifications with t-shirts, and hot ladies are great sales tools.
Okay, Ed, so you've got a 6 foot tall daughter, you've got a 6'7" tall son. How tall are you? Because I don't see, did you tell us
Ed's a
how tall?
giant. He's a giant.
Okay.
He's very big.
Oh, all right. Wow.
Yeah.
That must have made it fun when you were in Africa because you could be you could see more than other people when you were in the game park. That's the thing I always think. Or when you're at a rock concert, people will be like, well, they probably want you at the back, but yes. Oh, look.
Ed's trying to, well, Ed,
Tall men
the problem
hate
is
shirts.
the
Woo.
problem is I've got to get the shirts and then I have to have them printed, and so my friend is helping with that. Clinton Reno, he's in the chat here, so I'll have to see if he can get large, tall. But when the orders, sizes, and requests come in,
We will do
figure
our best for you, Ed. That's what Jake is
figure
saying.
that out.
Hey, Keys, you're not too happy about being the you're the president of the homeowners association. That's so funny because I know people who've been made the president of their co-op board, and they're just sort of it's like bureaucratic heaven, nirvana that they've reached, and I'm like, oh no, not for me, thanks. I mean, I am on some boards, but the idea that yes, I get it. I'm with you. Sorry, you got forced into it.
So
No.
I'm going to be.
Oh.
I'm going to be missing the show. There's not going to be a show on Wednesday because I'm going to be.
Jake's going to be
I'm
out
gonna
of it.
be unconscious. There is going to be video, but I'm going
We're
to
not
be
gonna be showing
unconscious
it.
with a camera in my bomb, as we say around
Yeah,
here.
that's not going to be. Yeah, it's not going to be good.
So I thought the Bible story for tomorrow could be Saul's downfall because we Paul on the road to Damascus. We've had that as a Bible story, and then he became Saul after that, and so
Oh right, they changed his name once he got his sight back. Was that the one?
yeah, he changed his name.
He changed his name
And
because he'd
so-
been a bad guy, and then he became a good guy.
So I'm gonna put a bookmark in the Bible story for tomorrow, and I should be in a great mood because I'll be crapping most of the morning, and then on a sort of a sphincter hold for a half hour during the show. I mean, I may have to duck out for a second.
Well, I can't be here tomorrow because I've
Saul's
got something
downfall. What?
that's happening. So I won't be able to cover
You
for
won't be at the show tomorrow?
I won't be at the show tomorrow.
I'm going to be
sorry.
doing the show solo tomorrow from high atop a toilet. No, I'll do the show tomorrow, but
You could do it from the bathroom up in the
I may
front
have to-
house. That would be sweet. It's got nice lighting up there. I'm not suggesting
I
in any
can't-
way that you do
Look.
a live one on TV. I'm
No,
not suggesting that.
I'm not doing that.
No,
If I was
you
younger,
won't.
if I was
Oh,
younger and
God.
it was an episode of Jackass, I might try it. But
No, but do
I'm
you
gonna
know
do my
when
best.
When Lee Strasberg was teaching method, and everyone thinks that method is you really have to, really recreate, you have to do something really private or whatever, or you have to. So there's a thing in method acting called a private moment. And Lee Strasberg was very clear with people. It's, we don't want you to masturbate and we don't want you to take a shit. Because, of course, someone did, go, well, my most private moment is me having a poo. And they bought an actual toilet, like a total Jackass episode. They bought a toilet into the actor's studio in New York. And this is, where Marilyn Monroe and Paul Newman and James Dean and all these, so,
how do we know it wasn't Paul Newman that did it?
No,
anyway,
I don't think.
Let's put that down. This is another segment for the show. Lesson learned the hard way.
Hardware.
Yeah, learn the hardware on the hard way.
Learn the hardware of your,
So tomorrow is going to be Soul's Downfall. I can't wait to hear what you're going to be doing.
Yeah.
But today, from the Seize the Day, we're wrapping up the show, and I've got a long one here. It's a whopper.
You do. It is a
It's
whopper.
the story.
Shall I be quiet while you do it? Or shall I interrupt a lot?
Could you put your finger up when you want to talk, and that way I can just keep going till I see a moment, okay?
When you're ready for me to... Okay, I'll
All right.
do that. I think I can manage
The
that.
story of the old man, the boy, and the donkey. An old... I have to say, I saw it coming, but you nailed it. Go ahead.
Thank you. Who's it by?
It's by Anonymous.
God, it's long. Okay, I'm
Yeah.
going to have to really bite my lips.
Okay. An old man, a boy, and a donkey were going to town. What town? Don't know. Let's say Damascus. The boy rode on the donkey, and the old man walked beside him. Yes?
Kidding.
As they went along, they passed some people who remarked it was a shame the old man was walking and the boy was riding. The man and the boy thought maybe the critics were right, so they changed positions. Later, they passed some people who remarked, what a shame, he makes that little boy walk. They then decided that they would both walk. Soon, they passed some people who thought they were stupid to walk when they had a decent donkey to ride. So, they both got on the donkey. Now they passed some people who shamed them by saying how awful it was to put such a load on a poor small donkey. The boy and the man said they were probably right, so they decided to carry the donkey.
Wow.
As they crossed the bridge, they lost their grip on the donkey, and he fell into the river and drowned. Which I think is probably apocryphal because I believe that donkeys can swim. Who's with me?
Of course,
Anyway,
they learn to swim as soon as they get in the water.
what's the moral of the story?
Don't listen to any other people. Do what you want to do and stick to your guns.
If you try to please everyone, you might as well kiss your ass goodbye. It's a pun on donkeys, which are also called asses. And on that, I would say that's a great moral. You can't please everyone. You've got to, if you know what you're doing, don't let someone else convince you don't know what you're doing. That's what I'd say.
Yeah, so the Ramon was a donkey in the beginning and it turned out to be an ass.
I'm not sure that there's a difference between those two things, but...
yeah, there's the donkey, the ass, and then what's the other one called, the bigger one?
Jackass?
No, there's the one that's what's the one that's a cross between the horse and the...
That's
and
a
the
mule, but...
Mule is the horse, and that's
yeah.
a cross between the donkey and the horse. Well, not a cross,
mules,
that's a interbreeding.
Mules cannot have offspring.
Right, so they're the ones that have been made by the illegitimate sex of a donkey and a horse.
Right, so if you're having sex with a mule, you're either wasting your time or you don't have to worry about it getting pregnant.
What a relief. Oh my God.
But have you been having sex with a mule? Honey.
Yeah, but I couldn't impregnate a mule.
I thought we were monogamous.
I'm talking about for any of these guys who are having sex with a mule.
Good. I was too. I was too.
Come on.
All right.
Come on.
Happy Monday, everybody. We're going to see everybody on Tuesday. And I can't wait to see you all online at the viewing party. When I figure out how to have viewing parties inside the group, that'll be great. But go ahead, join the Facebook group, and then we can all share our links and discussions and things. I'm going to go in there and admit people after I make this delightful snack. meal that I'm about to make.
Oh, the canned salmon with
salmon.
the what kind of ravioli? Mushroom ravioli.
Mushroom ravioli.
It's exotic and scary to
Like
me
you.
at the same time. I don't think I'm as exotic and scary as salmon on like flakes on mushroom ravioli with tomato sauce.
It's not flakes.
Well,
Yes. Yes.
With oh, Jerry. Lord Jerry.
Maybe I'm even going to put some cottage cheese on it.
Oh God!
Don't give up.
Yeah, don't give up until you've seen a picture of Jake's dinner, and then
Don't give up
and then,
after that
and then
either.
decide if you're ready.
Make your own dinner. If you don't like what I'm eating, make your own dinner. Hey,